So like, how much of a complete game was that for you guys in Vancouver, and how do you carry that over here?
Just exactly that. We want to replicate the same thing. We've talked about it. We've looked at it. I know it's whatever that was, game 13 for us. To be able to have a full 60-minute effort against that team in that building, it's a great confidence booster for us. But the recipe is hard work. The recipe is the communication and defending as a 5-man unit. And we know how much skill and offense we got in here. But when we focus on the D side, we're gonna have success.
What was it like at one point to see Jack out there on the PK, and how much does that speak to the commitment from everybody here to play every role?
Well, that's just it. It's whatever it takes to win. Sacrificing on different sides of the puck to be able to benefit the team, and I think that's been the buy-in from everybody here from day one at training camp. That whatever it takes to win, whatever role the coach has us in. D partner, forward line, minutes. We got a big goal in mind, and it's going to take day by day, game by game, to really get to that goal. And I think for Jack, he's a guy who's always willing to learn, always doing his best to help out his teammates. And I think building his game into a PK guy as well is only going to benefit him and benefit us.
Markstrom's playing his former team as a guy who's played former teams before. Is there a little extra oomph, or at this point is it kind of business as usual? Do you think I can start people on a little?
No, it's tough. It's tough to play. There's no sugarcoating it. It's tough to play against a former team when I'm sure he's got a lot of great relationships with guys on that side, a lot of good memories. Lived in the city, you come in here and the airport, the streets, the dinner spots. It's not easy for them. I think that's kind of on us as a group to play well in front of them and do the best we can. And he meant a lot to this organization. He was a quality goaltender for a long time here, and I think for him there's going to be a little bit of nerves, but also lots of excitement. It's always an excitement too when you come back, and you of course want to get the win first and foremost. But for Marky, he's just been an awesome fit for us in the locker room and on the ice. So we'll hopefully play well for him.
Do you guys get a little nervous wanting to play well for him?
I don't know if it bleeds that far into it. I think for a lot of us, it's just we're playing the Calgary Flames and a tough team that's had a good start to the year, and for us, just a lot of the focus for us has been on our game and how the New Jersey Devils are playing. Doesn't matter the opponent, who we're playing, what day of the week, how the schedule is shaking out, and for the most part, we've done a great job with that. But we've got a big test tonight.
Good teams. How many games do you feel that it takes to kind of form an identity? I know some people say 20 games, 25 games. Do you feel like it comes sooner or later, or within your experience?
Yeah, I don't know if there's a specific number you want to put on it. Hey, let's put a 15 or 20 game, but there's so many ebbs and flows during hockey season. There's spurts where some teams start the year off losing 4 or 5 straight, and it's like, the sky is falling, and that happens in January, February. Maybe it's not talked about as much, and whether it's injuries or guys filtering into the lineup, trying to find different chemistry on lines, power plays, special teams. There's so many things that go into our team game of hockey that I think through these first 13 we've seen spurts of it. I think the Vancouver game was a perfect example, and we're able to put it together. And by no means is every game going to be a Picasso here for the last whatever it is, 68 games, but all in all, we've just got to do our best to continue to talk. Sheldon's come in and made things crystal clear of what our expectations are, both individually and as a team. And I think that's all just going to help us really get through that chemistry phase of everything.
Thanks, Dillon.
Sheldon, will Jacob Markstrom go in goal tonight?
He will, yes.
Is it different working with a goalie who likes a lot of time? He wants to play a lot, whereas over the years now it seems it's been more like a split duty.
With how busy our schedule has been, I don't think it has been too difficult. I think a lot of stuff just sort of takes care of itself, and we've got another veteran goalie with Marky and Jake Allen, of course. Those guys have got a great partnership, and they work off of each other very well. But Marky does, like to get his reps for sure, and is used to playing a lot. We have to manage it and be smart about it, of course.
What was the best part of the game against Vancouver that you want to carry, or that said, hey, this is the way we can play?
I think just our consistency in each period, our ability to respond in key situations. We get off to a great start, get an opportunity early and make good on it. We have to kill a 4-minute penalty shortly thereafter. We get through it. have to kill a penalty to start the second period. We not only get through it, but score shorthanded. So we really responded well in those situations, and then just our game was pretty consistent through 3 periods. And when we made mistakes, we got saved. So it was a pretty complete effort all the way through our group.
Coach, can you just speak to Jacob's contributions maybe on and off the ice with the organization early on here?
Yeah, I mean, well, first off the ice, to me, I've been really impressed with him. He's a competitor first and foremost. You see that with how he practices, how he trains, just the mindset that he brings to the arena. I think he's one of these goaltenders, and I really like, especially with our team. But he's got great leadership qualities. A lot of goaltenders, and in some cases it's good that way too, where they just kind of stick to themselves and they're kind of on an island a little bit. Where he's very much involved in what's happening with the team. He's pushing and challenging guys to get better, just as he's working to get himself better. So he's brought a lot to our culture that way. And then, the play has been probably a little up and down for him, but you just see the work habits and the work that he puts in, and had maybe his best start the other night in Vancouver. So, he's brought a lot to our group. I've enjoyed getting to know him.
You mentioned the shorthanded goal, obviously Dawson Mercer picking up. What have you seen in his game, particularly on the defensive side too, as well as contributing offensively?
Yeah, he's been great. I mean, he and Nico have been excellent in their work at 5-on-5. They've been a pair. Their line mate on the left side has moved around a little bit, and Myers done a nice job there to complete the line. But those guys, whether it's 5-on-5 or on the penalty kill, have been really good. Mertz, to me, is starting to really pick up his game offensively too. I think there's more to give us there. And hopefully the goal the other night can kind of help with that. But he's just been really consistent with his effort and accepting any of the responsibilities that come his way defensively.
Really should suppress the shots the last couple of games for the opposition. What do you think's been the biggest key defensively to taking away the shooting opportunities?
Well, I think there's a couple of things to it. I'd say the puck pressure would be one. And taking away time and space and forcing shots to be to the outside, or forcing teams to kind of reset it and put it back on the wall where we can look to win it back. And then I think our execution offensively has improved from our own end and through the neutral zone and in the offensive zone, which naturally takes away the opposition's ability to have the puck themselves and direct it towards our net.